April Fool's Day. Patledon is a small village. The buildings in Patledon are not large. There are some houses, there is one store, there is a church and a school. There are some farmhouses too. They stand in the fields near the village. There is one street in Patledon. There aren't any people in the street. It is early in the morning. It is 6 o'clock. The people of Patledon are sleeping and the village is very quiet. The houses in the village have similar doors and similar windows. There are gardens in front of the houses. And there are fences in front of the gardens. The gardens and fences are similar too. The people of Patledon are sleeping. But one man is not sleeping. He is working in the garden. It is early and the people cannot see him. His name is Joe Selby. Joe has a farm. But today he is not working on his farm. He is digging a hole in his garden. Today is April 1st. It is April Fool's Day and Joe is going to play a joke on the village. Joe is a big man and he is very strong. He has a red face and big blue eyes. He is thinking about April Fool's Day. He is thinking about his jokes and he is smiling. Joe stopped work and he is looking down the streets. A man is coming. It is Noisy Parker. Joe smiles. Why has Joe stopped work? Because he has some news for Noisy. He wants to talk to him. This is Noisy Parker. Why do the people give this name to him? Because he has a big nose. He knows the people and he knows their business too. His wife has a similar nose. His wife's name is Mrs. Noisy. Noisy has seen Joe and he cannot believe his eyes. Joe Selby is not working on his farm. He is digging a hole in his garden. I can't believe it, Noisy cries. Good morning, Joe, Noisy says. Are you busy? Good morning, Noisy, Joe answers. Yes, I'm very busy. It's not my business, Joe. But what are you doing? I am digging a hole. I can see that, Noisy says. But why are you digging it? I will tell you, Noisy, but don't tell your friends. Do you promise? Joe says, I promise. Noisy promises. Noisy answers. Oil, Noisy, Joe whispers. There is oil in the ground here. Tomorrow I will be a rich man. Oh, I can't believe it, Noisy whispers. You will believe it tomorrow, Joe says. Yes, Noisy, Joe says. There is oil in this village and I'm going to find it. I won't tell my friends, Joe. Noisy says, I must go to work now. I will be late. Goodbye, goodbye, Noisy, Joe says. Noisy works at Chalk Farm. He is not often late for work, but he is late today. He does not often run to work, but he is running now. The people at Chalk Farm get up early. They are already at work. Noisy is in the field behind the farmhouse. He can see his friends. And Carpe and Alf Plunkett. Good morning, Noisy, Alf calls. Is there any news today? Yes, there is, Noisy answers. Big news. Noisy tells them about the oil. Oil? And he whispers. Is it true? Yes, it's true. Noisy says, but don't tell your friends. I will go and see, and Andy says, will you come with me, Andy? Will you come with me, Alf? Andy and Alf are standing near Joe's fence. Hello, Joe. Andy says, you are busy this morning. What are you doing? Hello. Andy, hello, Alf. Joe answers, I am digging a hole. Why are you digging the hole, Joe? Alf asks. I will tell you, Joe says, but don't tell your friends. We promise. There is oil in Podlaton. Joe whispers, I'm going to find. We must go now, Joe, Andy says. We are late for work. Goodbye, Joe. Alf calls goodbye. Alf, goodbye. Andy, Joe answers. He is smiling happily. He has found 3 fools now. Alf, I can't go to the farm today, Andy says. I don't often feel sick, but I feel sick now. I must go home. I feel sick too, Alf says. I must go home too. Noisy isn't at Chalk Farm. He is at home. He is digging a hole in his garden. Andy and Alf are going home too. They are not sick. They are going to dig holes in their gardens. The people of Podlaton have heard the news. The men have not gone to work. But they are not sick. They are digging in their gardens. They are digging oil wells. Today they are poor, but tomorrow they will be rich. Joe Selby had said, there is oil in Podlaton. So it must be true. Hawking's General Store is near the church. It is not big, but it is a very good store. It has food and clothes. It has things for the house. It has things for the garden. Look at this window. You can buy shirts and fish. You can buy skirts and bread. You can buy clogs and pots. Today the people are buying space. There is one spade in the window now. The women of Podlaton have come to Hawking's General Store. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The women are talking about Joe Selby's garden. They are talking about oil. Alf Plunkett's wife, Bessie, is talking to Mrs. Dory. Where is Mr. Hawkins today? Bessie asks, don't tell your friends, it's a secret. Doris answers, he's in the garden and he is digging a hole. Bessie Plunkett laughs. That's not a secret, Doris, she says. My husband is digging a hole in the garden too. He hasn't gone to work today, but he doesn't feel sick. Our husbands aren't sick, says Mrs. Carp. They are copying Joe Selby. They are looking for oil too. Mrs. Carp laughs and her friends are laughing too. Now, Nora clamped